What's up, troopers? My name is Neon. It's finally here. Season 6 has launched. So troopers, you haven't already, you need to go and download the game right now. It's a pretty large size of an update because there's a lot of stuff where it's changed for this update. But we're here giving the honest review and just talk about how this update has been turning out. So before we get into the video, troopers, you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. And of course, leave a like. Thank you very much. So just like every other update, I always wake up super early. It's always a 4 in the morning update for me. So it's really early. And I've been playing for like the last 4 hours of the update, and honestly I've been actually having a lot of fun. The new map is overall great. I love how it's close quartered, and it's just really weird to actually have an infantry only map. When I'm playing the new map Redacted, it feels extremely close quartered, but when you get into the dome stuff, it's like the same thing, very close quartered, but you do feel like you have way more room to play with. Overall, I haven't had that much to complain about. Reacted has just been overall really fun, just being really aggressive. It's definitely going to be one of the meat grinding maps where you could just rank out and just get so much XP. I've just been having a blast. So far, I have no issues when it comes to the brand new map. It's been really fun. But I've been playing the new map for the last couple hours, just waiting for the season pass to drop so I can get the new weapons. And it finally dropped, and I've been testing out the new assault rifle, and wow. Now that is a really good assault rifle. The new assault rifle is just so fun because of the rate of fire on it. It really reminds me of the GEW. So if you're a big fan of the GEW, then the new assault rifle is going to be super fun for you. You're going to absolutely have a blast with it. It's one of them weapons that just has a good rate of fire, aggressive, feels like it's very consistent when it comes to medium range. But honestly, I've only been really playing Redacted, so the only thing I've been going with is just the close range combat really. But after a while, when I kind of get bored of it and I want to play some normal conquest and the other maps, I really got to test out how that weapon performs. But so far, it's been a lot of fun. I haven't unlocked the new pistol yet or the marksman rifle yet, but once I do, I'll talk about that a lot more, and I'll also make a new video on the assault rifle and give you a really good setup. So you got to make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on that type of content. But let's talk about some of the changes what they've done. So one of the first things is a really big topic for the console side is they have improved the aim assist. How does the aim assist feel? Honestly, for me, I feel like the aim assist is kind of the same. It's just more consistent now. There would be so many times where the aim assist would work and it just wouldn't be as consistent. It feels like you'd just be off that target extremely easy. Although for myself, the only type of aim assist I rock with is just the slow down aim assist. I feel like no one really should be using the snap aim. It's just a really controversial thing, you know. It's just one of them things where you aim in and it just automatically locks on. I just don't know how I feel about that. I personally like to aim on my targets myself, and besides, that's like a skill thing, you know. You're actually trying to play the game, actually aim on the targets. I don't really want something to aim for me. But getting the new aim assist update has been really good so far. It feels so much more consistent now, and I'm really happy with that. McKay actually got a nerf. It got a nerf by 17% on his grappling hook. McKay's got a nerf a couple of times now, but I feel like this is a very large nerf. It doesn't feel like McKay actually has the freedom as he did before, although McKay was definitely one of the best specialists in the game because what he could do. He could just move out of situations so much more better. He can grapple hook, be higher ground. McKay actually has a really good specialist, and what he does is ADS faster while moving, so you can just strafe left and right a lot more quicker with that weapons. McKay is just overall a great specialist, but it's really sad to see him nerf. There'll be a couple of times when I feel like, oh, I can grab a hook onto this, and it doesn't work, and I feel like I need to be a little bit more higher to grab a hook. So I feel like this is definitely going to be a pretty large nerf when it comes to McKay, and it really depends on how the way you're going to flow. That's the issue though. I feel like specialists were definitely created for the map design, so nerfing McKay is not a lot you can really do with him now. So hopefully they'll work on it and they'll balance it, and it'll be a lot more better over time. In the season pass, I feel like there's an extremely good bunch of content in there, a lot of cosmetics, and it's just overall great. And also this season's actually a lot more longer. This season's going to be lasting for 16 weeks. The only thing I really want to know is, troopers, is there going to be another season after this? You guys got to let me know. One of the biggest things what I'm so happy about is the tanks have actually been increased by their speed. They've been basically doubled. It means you can actually control the vehicles a lot more faster, a lot more cleaner, and way more smoother. So you're going to try to go around a tight corner or something, you can go through that no problem now. There'll be times I try to go and take that good turn and I just crash into a wall. So I'm very happy to see tanks have actually got a buff. I love playing tanks. I love getting nitty and gritty in them situations, trying to cap the flag. It's just overall fun. I love playing in tanks. So actually seeing this buff is probably one of the funnest things so far. And speaking of like vehicles, how do you guys feel about the new vehicle what just got released? I think it's just so funny really. It just kind of catches me off guard. It's like a motorcycle what can fly. I feel like I'm going to be doing some really cool cool epic battlefield moments with that. I'm just waiting for the opportunity to see a jet or a chopper and one of my friends is flying, and I just use my recoil list and I just take out that vehicle. It's going to be so cool. The only issue I definitely feel like is though, is when you're actually flying with this little chopper, it's so easy to be shot from the air because you have nothing. You have like no cover whatsoever. You're completely exposed. So anyone with a sniper is just going to see you. I actually had a really bad issue because, well, number one, there was like 2 laser rockets flying at me. And then I also had a guy with a railgun and he was trying to sniper shot me all the time. And it was super frustrating. I felt like when I was flying in it, I just got taken out extremely quick. I just like flying really low and getting a roadkill. It's a really cool vehicle actually. I didn't expect it, but it is a pretty funny vehicle to use. When it comes to weapons, actually the weapons haven't even been tweaked. The weapons are pretty much the same, so I'm going to be making a best of weapons for the setups for the Season 6. And I'll be uploading that today because really the weapons haven't changed that much at all. The only things that have been kind of changed is just certain weapons have been increased when they're spread or decreased. The LMGs have been a little bit changed. But one of the biggest things is actually the visual recoil. But the visual recoil is extremely good change because the thing is when you're shooting with a fast rate of fire weapon, sometimes that doesn't line up with your dot sight or your crosshairs whatsoever, and it's just all over the place, and that makes it super inconsistent. And that's a lot of times when people are using the guns and they're just like, why is this weapon not working? You got to consider the spread is also in the game, but it just doesn't line up. So it's made it really difficult to use. But now they tweaked it and it feels so much more consistent. It's absolutely crazy. It reminds me a little bit before they even patched the spread. So when they added the spread into the game, I felt like most of the weapons wasn't working. But now they have actually worked on the visual recoil, it feels so much more funner. That's probably one of my most enjoyable things to actually see the visual recoil being changed. As I said though, troopers, the weapons haven't been changed whatsoever. So most of the weapons are already so good. So you like the ACWR, GEW, Savar, them weapons are still good. They haven't changed at all. So whatever weapon you have been using, it's been really good overall for you, then keep using that gun because none of the weapons have been really changed. But so far, troopers, this season has been absolutely fantastic and I really don't actually have that much to complain about. Of course, I'm going to keep playing it and I want to see what else is not working because I want to see, because this is DICE. Every time they make something this large, that of course something is going to break. So until something actually does break, I'll let you guys know. But I've been having a blast and I'm so happy to finally get some more content for Battlefield. But troopers, you need to let me know, do you think there's going to be more content after Season 6? I know we have this Halloween mode coming out in the next couple of weeks, so we got to see how that mode turns out. But I've been having a blast so much for Season 6 and I hope you guys are too. Anyway, troopers, thank you very much for listening to me talk. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, be a part of Pink Origami, and I'll see you on the battlefield.